Welcome, everybody. This is Annica Törneryd from Act to Exceed. Today, I'm talking to Will Aylward from Orange Box Personal Development. It is an Englishman who traveled the world, ended up in Germany, and now works with educating and inspiring people. Welcome, Will.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you for taking the time. So, can you tell us like the short story about your decision to leave England, travel to the other side of the world, and how you eventually ended up in Trier, Germany?
Yeah, of course, of course. It's a bit of an odd story, but I was 21. I decided I wanted to get off the island, get out of Great Britain. So booked a one-way flight to New Zealand, and I spent 11 months there, traveling just all around, doing some backpacking, working here and there. Reason I left was just didn't really know what I wanted to do, and I thought, why not kill some time in another part of the world. So I was there
But
for 11 months.
why did you? I mean, why New Zealand? Do you know someone there, or what attracted you to go? Because it's quite a journey, right?
It is, yeah, it is. So it's a full day on the plane. To be honest, it's Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings, sort of
Uh-huh.
massive Lord of the Rings fan, and just the landscape. And I've heard they're all very, very laid back, and they were amazing people, the Kiwis.
Okay.
So that was the main reason why New Zealand.
Mm-hmm.
And then towards the end of my travels, met a very nice German woman who's now my partner.
Yeah.
So went back to the UK for a little bit, and then moved here April last year.
Okay.
So that's why in Trier.
Okay. And so in your opinion, what is the best thing and perhaps the most challenging thing with living and working abroad?
I think I'll start with the most challenging. The most challenging is probably just the language and probably sort of isolation as well. It's almost like you're put into another world and you don't quite know what's going on. So my level of German is okay now.
Sprechen Sie
Um,
Deutsch?
ja, ich lerne noch nicht
Okay.
perfekt, aber
Yeah.
verständlich.
Okay.
That's my phrase. I always say that when someone says, "Do you speak German?" I just reel that off.
Yeah.
Um,
And then you're done.
that's it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
But yeah. So it's almost like I sit in cafes when I was first here, and it's like you're almost on the outside. You're on the outskirts, and the world's sort of passing you by. So there was definitely moments there where you're like, "This is weird." You couldn't interact on the level that I normally would. I mean, I'm very outgoing, so for me to not be able to communicate myself was a little bit weird at the start. But like with anything that sort of passes, the best thing is probably just the culture. So experiencing a different culture, learning the language as well is really exciting, challenging but exciting,
Yeah.
and just realizing that there's a different way of life. I think it's easy for people to grow up in a bubble and expect that everyone has the same mentality as the town or the country that you were born in. But actually to sit in a different place and smell different foods and experience different music and everything is quite refreshing. That's good.
Yeah. Okay, so you're an entrepreneur and you run your own business. Would you say that you have found your purpose? Do you feel like you're really doing what you love right now?
Absolutely, absolutely. Hasn't always been that way. I've done so many jobs. Like when I was young, I've always been like a bit of a grafter. I've always worked hard. But growing up, I've worked in insurance. I worked at Toys R Us. Do you know Toys R Us?
Yes. I'm a mom,
Yeah.
so I know all of them.
Oh, of
Yes.
course. Yeah,
Yeah.
Toys R Us.
Yeah.
So I worked there when I was younger. I worked in a Chinese restaurant. That was one of my first jobs. Did some TV work. I did bar work. Just anything you can think of, farm work. And nothing sort of clicked for me. Nothing sort of fitted. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed something about it, but it wasn't what I thought it was. And the penny sort of dropped in New Zealand and when I got back. But actually, it was the people who I enjoyed working with. It was the relationships I formed with my work colleagues, not so much the work. Although I enjoyed it and some of the jobs were quite rewarding, it was always been about the people. And that was the sort of thing for me, was like, okay, I'm actually here for the people. It's not to, I don't know, be a lawyer or be a chef. that wasn't my thing. My purpose really for me is it's about people, serving people.
Yeah. Okay. So Orange Box personal development. What's the Orange Box? What does it represent, or what's in it?
Good question. Good question. It's so originally I was thinking about, name for a business. I was thinking of just doing like, Will Aylward,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
That was a little bit dull for me. So I was like, okay, something memorable. It's actually my friend Dave's a very good graphic designer. He works with a lot of businesses in the UK, and he knows a bit about sort of marketing and logos and everything. So he actually created the logo, and he suggested having like a colour and a really clear object, so something memorable. So like red bus, for example, but it had to be orange just because of my hair. My best feature. And then box. Yeah, the whole thing is almost like Pandora's box, and the idea of exploring what's inside the box, and also the whole metaphor of thinking outside the box. So the way that I help people is just to help them realize that their potential is limitless. There really is no sort of boundaries to what people can achieve, I believe. So yeah, it's about exploring what's in people's box, and also expanding that.
Okay, awesome. So who is it you serve, and what exactly do you help them with?
So it's two parts, two sort of passions. First one is tutoring. Before I moved to Germany, I actually went back to my old secondary school and worked as a learning mentor, like a teaching assistant. Absolutely loved that. Loved sort of helping students. So currently I work with students aged 10 up to about 16 with English and maths, helping them with passing exams, exam technique. But really it's about confidence. I use a lot of my coaching skills, which is the other side of my business, to help them get past any blocks they've got about, not being able to do the work. So that's 95% online with students back in the UK. I do teach a little bit locally. And then the second side of my business is the coaching. So I work with people from all different walks of life. I don't really have a niche. The only thing that matters to me that I'm working with people who are wanting more, and people who, inspire me. So people who've got these big dreams, they've got these big visions for themselves and their lives and the world as well, very sort of heart-centered people. So I serve people like that. A lot of entrepreneurs I work with, but really anyone. I work with a CEO of a charity. I work with online entrepreneur. So yeah, it's lots of variety.
Awesome. So today, like where you are in your life today, what 3 words best describe you in your opinion?
Good question. I'd say inspired. I had a coaching call this morning, and yeah, just like the energy, I'm still sort of a little bit buzzing off of that. Coffee helps as well. Had a few coffees already. So inspired, energetic as well. And probably I wrote the words down. There was another one. Inspired, energetic, and excited. My parents come out tomorrow to visit for a weekend.
So that's nice.
Yeah.
Family visit. I love that.
Family time. It's important.
It's like living abroad. That is so nice when someone comes to visit you. It's like Christmas.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you remembered me.
I'm worth the trip.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so what's your biggest goal for the next 6 months?
Biggest goal is several. I think my number one goal is probably speaking, getting into speaking on stage. So I shoot a lot of videos, so I enjoy talking. I enjoy the sound of my own voice, and I believe that what I have to say can help people. I do believe that it's valuable to the right sort of person. And yeah, so speaking is just a way of impacting more people. So that's my big sort of goal for this next 6 months. So yeah, back in London probably. So I'm originally from just below London,
Okay.
Lots of things happening there. So speaking on stage there would be awesome.
Okay. So you would actually, you're talking about live before an audience and not like, okay. And today, do you have a YouTube channel where you put your videos, or is it on your blog?
Both. So yeah, I've got a YouTube channel where I shoot videos, also my Facebook page, and my personal Facebook page as well. I share
Okay.
a lot of videos.
Okay. So for anyone who wants to like start a YouTube channel and share their message, many people are uncomfortable with the camera and seeing themselves or hearing themselves talk. Would you have like a secret advice to someone? Like, were you not nervous at all before you started filming yourself and putting it out there?
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's several fears. There's the fear of, you know, people judging and thinking, oh yeah, what's this guy talking about? You know, I think
Yeah.
that's one fear.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the way to deal with that is just changing your expectation. So if you exchange your expectation from negative to positive, instead of fear, you're going to feel excitement.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever I shoot a video, instead of thinking, oh, you know, what if people don't watch it, or what if I get a nasty comment from someone saying, oh, you're rubbish, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
You know, thinking, okay, what if someone watches and they really can resonate with that, they really understand that, even if it's one person.
Yeah.
So I can get excited about that. So that's my expectation. And it's like anything, it's just the more you do it, the easier it gets. So my first video I shot last year, I watched it back, and it was just the most awkward thing, this like bright red, sort of frozen, just hello, and you know, but you have to start somewhere. I think that's the biggest thing, is you have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And if you've got a message, if you want to do it, then just do it. You know, you're never going to please everyone. So overcoming that fear of, you know, judgment or rejection, it's not serving us. So yeah, just do it.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, there might be 100 people out there who are going to not like it or appreciate it or get anything from it. But then again, as you say, there might be that one person that you actually help. So it's definitely worth it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it's just getting over that initial fear, and yeah, just rolling with it, just doing it. And
all right. Well, I know that you have quite a few tools, like tools on working with self-esteem and other stuff in that box of yours. So what's your best secret tool for reaching your goals?
Best secret tool. I think secret tool for me is probably questions. Actually, I was thinking about this, asking questions. So I think we've all got this amazing tool in our mind, in our brain. We've got, you know, endless creativity. But what happens is we ask ourselves like stupid questions. We don't, you know, not always consciously. We ask ourselves questions. You know, oh, why haven't I got this amount of money yet? Or why hasn't he called me back? You know, and the brain's very good at finding answers. It will find answers, but they're not always helpful. They're not always true. So I think just by stepping back and asking some quality questions really helps. So say your goal is to, I don't know, be more creative. Asking yourself the question, you know, how can I be creative today? And just spending a few moments just in that, you know, shutting everything out and just answering that question. And a really good way of getting asked better questions is working with a coach. So I'm working with a coach at the moment. I've worked with several. But, you know, just having someone else ask you questions and challenge you. Asking challenging questions, not ones that, you know, are in the comfort zone.
That you're expecting.
Yeah, exactly. Because we know the answers. You know, we're not pushing ourselves, but getting someone else to ask questions and go, oh, actually, you know, how can I do that? How is that possible? I think that's when the creative juices start flowing.
Absolutely. Okay. Do you have like a favorite tool when it comes to personal development or personal growth?
Yeah. So for me, absolutely love neuro-linguistic programming, NLP. Sort of how I discovered coaching. I did like a free weekend on NLP, and then I looked for some other sort of free courses to do with personal development way back in the beginning. NLP is brilliant. If you don't know it, it's like I'm sure you do, but for anyone watching, if you're not sure, it's pretty much just the study of human excellence and communication. And it's just really simple tools which we do without knowing. So for example, anchoring and like association. With every experience we've got, it's either positive or negative. So if we hear a piece of music which reminds us of like a really good time, perhaps when we were sort of like 16, just finished school, particularly confident, energetic, when we hear that piece of music, we're going to have a certain reaction, and we're going to start feeling those emotions there. So that's anchoring, it's linking those associations. But it's about learning stuff like that and just making it part of your day-to-day, using that awareness to your benefit. Because like I said, we do this without knowing, and it's not always helpful. So it's using those tools, and there's loads of NLP tools that are really, really straightforward, really helpful, using those consciously to feel better and to get results.
To create a better feeling.
That's it. You know, we're all sort of emotional creatures. We're all feeling stuff at different times. And you know, just bringing to awareness that we can control that can be quite powerful. A lot of people, you know, myself included, sometimes you feel like a victim to how you feel. It's like, oh, I'm tired today, or I feel a bit sad today, so I can't do this. But if you bring to your awareness that, okay, you can use the body and you can use your vocabulary and your thoughts in a way which are going to give you energy, that's a completely different ballgame. And that's pretty much NLP. It's just taking control of how you feel to get those results.
Yeah. If there's a will, there's a way.
I know. I saw that. I saw that in the name. Made me laugh. I was like, I like that.
Yeah. If my name was Will, it would have been impossible for me not to include it in my, like, a punchline.
Yeah, I thought one of my clients calls me Willpower. Willpower Aylward, which is also good. But maybe one day I'll
make it pop out of the box. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. So, what's your best advice to someone who wants to become a better version of themselves? Like the best approach on starting working on oneself?
I think the best approach, I think there's two things. The first one is just start now.
Yeah.
I think we like to delay, and we like to put our dreams and our goals, and we like to put it in the box of tomorrow, or one day, or when I've got this amount of money, or when I'm retired,
when I'm ready.
When I'm ready, which I'm still so guilty of. Like, when I'm ready, you know,
just one more course.
That's it. Or once I know that, or once I finish this. And it's nonsense. Like we're delaying that. It's just, you know, our mind's clever. It wants to keep us small. It wants to keep us safe. So it's, you know, it's there to protect us. And I think anything new and big and challenging can be quite scary. So as long as it's always in the future, we're okay now. Yeah. So the first thing I say is just, even if it's a small step, just taking some form of action now, doing something in the present moment, because all we ever have is now. The future is just going to be another now moment. We've never experienced the world and it not be right now.
Yeah.
So, you know, when we say when I'm retired or when I'm ready, it's still going to be another now, and we're still going to delay unless we take some action. So that's the first thing. And I think the second thing is just get really, really clear on where we are. So if somebody's wanting to make changes, be the best version of themselves, just being really quite raw and quite real and saying, okay, how can what do I want to improve? And why do I want to improve it? And there's a few good tools for that. One of them is called the Wheel of Life. So it's like a wheel, and you have different areas of your life. So it could be family, friends, relationships, health and fitness, and you number it and just be really, really honest and base it on today. So that would be the second part, just getting really, really clear on where we are now and where you want to go.
Yeah, great. If you could change one thing totally effortlessly in your habits, what would it be and why?
It would be managing distractions. So like I said a moment ago, the mind's very good at coming up with, you know, distractions and delays. So for me, it would be about managing distractions, having that Zen-like focus on something. I'm getting better at it, but it's still, you know, I'll be working from home. I've got like a little home office over there, and I'll find myself on YouTube singing along karaoke to like The Lion King or something,
Yeah.
which is good fun. You know, it's enjoyable.
Yeah.
But there's times when you can't do that. There's times you need to, you know, get on with the work. But
Yeah.
so yeah, amazing. My mind will find little things like, oh, you should definitely call grandma now. You know, that's a really good idea. You know, that'll kill some time. Or you should
Yeah.
definitely sing along to Les Miserables on
Okay.
YouTube. And
Yeah. Yeah.
just
I know what you mean.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. So less distraction.
yeah. Managing distractions, having that Zen-like focus. I mean, if I choose to do that, that's fine. There's times I want to do that, but there's
Yeah.
times I don't, and yeah, I'll fall into the trap of
Yeah. Okay.
doing that.
All right. So share with us now, please, one fear you have. Just
Mm,
a word, a fear.
a fear. Fear would be getting to the end of my life and feeling that I didn't do enough. I think that would be my biggest fear. There's other fears, you know, fear of failure.
Yeah.
That's very dominant. Fear of yeah, not being seen how I want to be seen. That's a really big thing for me,
Uh-huh.
which I have. But overriding that, the fear of just, you know, being 80 or 90 and looking back and thinking, oh, I didn't get to where I want to be because I let those other fears
Yeah.
wrong me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what scares me the most.
Yeah. Okay. So if we take the fear of failure, if you could
Mhm.
just go snap and it was gone, can you like see something that you think you would go for with more focus and action than you're doing currently?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So the fear of failure, um, it's a big thing, and it's, you know, it's interesting because we can often sort of rationalize it consciously, and we can go, yeah, but it doesn't matter. But on some level, there's this instinct to play it small, and
Mm.
this I think it's almost like this inner child. You know, I think we grow up and um, we like people, we like pleasing, we like people telling us we're doing a good job, and we
Yeah.
like getting praised for, you know, the whole school system is based on, you got an A, you're really clever, well done. You got a
Yeah.
D, oh, you know,
You're not
try
good
again
enough.
next time.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah, you're below
Yeah.
the line.
Yeah.
So I think that's where we grow up with this massive fear of, you know, feeling that we're not good enough and feeling, you know, it's, you know, failure is a bad thing. So although I can rationalize it, you know, and say that actually, you know, we learn from failure, I understand all that. Yeah, there's still absolute moments where it's crippling and you think, you know, well, what, you can't do that, and it's just, it's a battle. It's a battle which I think is always going to be there.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, if I lost that, yeah, that'd be awesome. But it's a work in progress. It's a work in
Mm.
progress.
You just lost it.
Oh, I
Yeah.
felt that. I felt
Yeah.
that.
Okay. All right. So sometimes we do things that we know are not good for us. Like we
Hmm.
know it deep down inside or we feel it. And it can be so hard to stop or change that behavior. Do you
Hmm.
have like a great tool or a technique that helps to break unhealthy patterns?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think something that really worked for me, I'll give you an example, was I had really bad relationship with money
Mm.
when I was younger. You know, a lot of debt. I used to call it weekend millionaire syndrome. So I'd get paid, and over the weekend, you know, I'd be out buying champagne and, you know,
Spending it.
just
Yeah.
yeah, spending it, showing people how well I was doing when I really wasn't.
Mm.
So I had some really bad sort of money blocks, and the realist activity I did was I sat down and I wrote down everything that was costing me. So I spent 20 minutes, just whatever came to mind, writing down what was this costing me in terms of what I'm missing out on, the emotional investment, you know, what's this costing me, you know, in terms of relationships, all the things that I can't do.
Mm.
And it was really painful. It was really, really painful.
Yeah.
And I, you know, I had a bit of a sob. I sat on the sofa, just like, you know, but I needed that. I needed that.
Yeah.
That was that painful that
Yeah.
there was a switch. And then after that, I sort of picked myself back up and I wrote, okay, if I was good with money, if I had a healthy relationship with money, what could I do then? And I wrote all the things that'd be possible. You know, I could do trips, I could travel,
Mm.
you know, all these amazing things. So I think it's just getting really, really real and just stop kidding yourself, because, you know, I'd tell myself, oh, it's not that bad, it's not that bad. But if you really want to make a change, you have to just make those associations really clear. So associate massive, terrible pain with where you are now and intense pleasure to making the change. That's the only way. That's the only way we can do it.
Yeah. The ugly truth, to look at it. Yeah. So
That's it.
Yeah, what did you enjoy most of your last week of work, and why?
My last week of work, probably the session I had just before jumped on the call here.
Yeah.
Was with a client of mine. Just being so creative, just having this energy, bouncing ideas off each other. It was just magical. I asked the question how he can be more creative in pursuit of this goal he's got, and it was just like, a door had been opened. Suddenly, all this inspiration came out of nowhere, and it was just to be part of that. That was really, really cool.
Yeah.
And then what else? Last week, just having some really good sort of tutoring lessons. Having like a student thank me means a lot. At the end of the lesson, getting a little message saying thanks so much. I really understand that now. It means a lot to know that I'm having some sort of impact.
Yeah, it was your birthday, wasn't it?
It was, last Wednesday, my 25th.
Oh, such a baby.
I know, I know. Halfway to 50, though. That's the way I see it.
Oh, yeah. Yes. It's all numbers, right? Just a figure.
Exactly.
Okay, so tell us something that most people don't know about you.
This is interesting. I thought about this. Probably that lots of people know that I'm quite musical, but I did have singing lessons for 6 months last year. So maybe not everyone knows that about me. And also one of my personal goals is opera. So I'm going to be starting working with a professional opera coach. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I just love to be able to sing that powerfully. So have that effect. Sort of Pavarotti sort of style. So that's one of my sort of personal goals is to opera singing.
All right. There is a lot of stuff in that box of yours. So for everyone who wants to work with you, how do they best contact you?
So best way of contacting me, probably email. will@orangeboxpd.com.
will@orangeboxpd for personal development.com.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah. So on there, just sending a message on there, or via Facebook. I've got a Facebook page, my personal one, and I've got a business one, which is just Will Aylward Orange Box.
Yeah.
Nice and easy to find. Sending me a message on there. Yeah. And just inquiring and seeing whether we're a good match.
Okay. Do you have any special offers going on right now that people can check out?
Sure. So special offer would just be I like to really serve powerfully. Like when I have a conversation with someone, I don't charge for the first conversation. And I think it's important that there's time there. So my special offer would just be to have a powerful coaching session.
Yeah.
I give my time, anything up to sort of an hour and a half, 2 hours, dedicated to someone and their goals. So if anyone is interested in working with me, they can get in touch. We can have a quick call beforehand just to see whether we're a good fit, see whether I can help, and then we can absolutely jump on a call and create some amazing things.
Awesome. All right. Before I am going to shoot you 10 questions about you so that we get to know you a little bit more. Is there anything else you'd like to add or say, a message you'd like to send out to the universe?
Oh, a message I'd like to send to the universe. Just be happy. Summer is coming. It's been a horrible, cold, long winter here in Germany. I'm sure it's the same sort of elsewhere. Just not giving up. Whatever your goals are, there's going to be good and there's going to be bad. And it's just having that persistence, having that resilience, and that belief that things are going to get better, and just doing it.
Yeah. All right. So are you ready for some questions?
I am. Yeah, I'm excited.
Okay. So here we go. If you could have one specific question answered, like from the universe or whoever you want, what would you ask?
My first answer was, "Is there a God?" My first,
Oh, yeah.
is there a God? Which,
Like
yeah,
you would want some proof of that then.
yeah, I'd like some confirmation. You know, like an email that says, "Yeah,
Yeah, I'm here, Will.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah."
okay.
That'd be interesting.
Yep. All right. What three things would you bring to a desert island and why?
Three things would I bring to a desert island? First thing put into my head was a blow-up mattress. I don't know how effective that would be.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe a hammock. So a hammock.
Yeah.
Presuming there's trees.
Yeah.
I would take guitar. I'll take my guitar, so I can sit and play. And good question. Some form of food, or no, seeds. I'd take some seeds for a tree so I can plant the tree. So then there's a
Will. Clever.
Okay.
Good
Apple
one.
tree. Apple
Yeah.
seeds. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Early morning or late night?
Late night. Late night.
Yeah. Comedy or documentary?
Documentary.
Yeah. What like animals or science?
Yeah,
Earth?
I love BBC documentaries.
Yeah.
Like Blue Planet with David Attenborough.
Yeah.
I could sit and watch that all day.
Yeah. All right. What's your favorite book?
Favorite book? Oh, there's many. Really good one I read was The Road Less Traveled. I read that a couple of years ago. I remember that as being amazing. Reading that and thinking, well. Other favorite book, Unleash the Giant Within by Tony Robbins.
Yeah.
Read that last summer a few times, and that was a really good one.
Yeah. All right. If you could pick a celebrity to have dinner with, who would it be and why?
Celebrities to have dinner with. Do they have to be alive?
No.
Oh, okay. Robin Williams. Robin Williams.
Okay.
Just grew up watching his movies and just really, really interesting sort of character. And yeah, I'd love to sort of sit down with him and get inside his head.
Good. Yoga or wrestling?
I'd say nowadays yoga. I do yoga every day.
Yeah.
Another thing some people may not know, but I do yoga. Yeah. But I laughed because when I was 9, my life goal was to be a wrestler.
Yeah.
And I was watching WWF, and it was just wrestling.
Okay. But now it's more yoga.
Yeah, absolutely. Now it's more yoga.
Okay. Work out or watch sports on TV?
Workout. Yes. Yeah. Sports on TV, find a bit boring.
Yeah. So if you work out, you go to the gym or you run or swim, cycle?
I cycle a lot. So living in Germany, it's you have to have a bike. Right? Yeah. They ask for your passport and a bike when you arrive here.
Yeah.
So I like to walk. I tried running, but I'm not. Jogging's okay. Running's a little bit ambitious, I think. Yeah. But certainly walking and hiking, I quite like as well.
Yeah. All right. So from the healthier stuff to maybe not so. So chocolate or olives?
I like both, but I'd say chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Last but not least, would you rather drink milkshake or a protein shake?
Milkshake. I think protein shakes. I used to have a lot of them back when I was, hitting the gym as such. Yeah. I don't think there's a lot of good in there. I think they're marketed as healthy, but I think there's a lot of stuff which our bodies aren't actually good with. So I'd say milkshake.
Okay. Nice. It's always nice with a milkshake, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Will, it has been a pleasure talking to you. I wish you great success with your business and your goals, and getting on stage and speaking for a live audience.
Thank you.
And I wish you a wonderful day.
Yeah, you too. Thanks so much.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, it has. Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye.